This is paradise for much of the year. The waters of the Gulf Coast make the Tampa Bay beaches some of the best rated beaches in the U.S. Certainly a great place to enjoy nature. However, for a couple of months in late summer and fall, we see the scary side of nature. The skies of the Suncoast turn dark as the destructive winds blow ashore. The normally calm Gulf rises with damaging storm surge. The last time Tampa Bay sustained a direct hit from a hurricane was over 100 years ago. In 2024, we thought Tampa Bay's luck had run out. The peak season for us tends to start in mid-August, and this year it was unusually mild. For a while, there was no activity at all in the tropics in late August and early September. But all that would change leading up to September 26 as Hurricane Helene passed by.
One, this is expected to be a major hurricane at landfall, potentially even Category 4. Two, even if it stays offshore for our area, surge will still be a concern.
It was 100 miles offshore. However, because it was so massive, it would produce damaging storm surge.
And so it was not a wind event as much for us. There was some pretty hefty wind here, but it wasn't a wind event. It was a storm surge event, and it was after the eye wall passed north of us.
After dealing with 6 feet of storm surge from Helene, less than 2 weeks later, on October 9th, came Milton.
You look at this system and I don't even have words to describe it. I mean, it is about as strong of a hurricane as you will ever see.
And this one, while in the Gulf, at one point was a Cat 5 and headed straight into Tampa Bay.
There's no way to candy coat this. This is about as bad as it gets. If this storm even comes remotely close to where the Hurricane Center is forecasting, this is going to be one for the record books in the Bay Area.
Would Tampa Bay get a direct hit that it has avoided so many times?
Everybody is absolutely just scared to death from this, as we should be. If you get a 180 mile an hour wind storm coming in, I don't even know what to say. It's never happened. And it's not going to happen this time either.
Fortunately for Tampa and St. Pete, like Hurricanes Ian, Irma, and Charlie, it made a late shift to the south.
And you're looking at that landfall probably somewhere either from the mouth of Tampa Bay to southward to around the Sarasota area.
And would come ashore on Siesta Key. Bad news for Sarasota, and Anna Maria Island will show in a couple of weeks.
As these grounds are so saturated, they're not going to be able to absorb the rain that is coming down at a quick pace.
The 100-mile-an-hour winds of Milton devastated many homes and businesses, including ripping off the roof of Tropicana Field.
Hurricane Milton has made landfall, and it has made a dent. Look at this. We're taking a live look now at Tropicana Field. The roof ripped right off of the stadium there.
It left piles of debris all across St. Pete Beach, Treasure Island, and Madeira Beach.
It's going to be a while before things are back to normal on the Pinellas County beaches.
Now, 3 months later, the Gulf Coast is coming back to life. So in this series of videos of the west coast of Florida, we are going to update you on what is open, what will open, and sadly, what may not come back. In this video, we'll show Fort DeSoto and St. Pete Beach from the south end at Pass-a-Grille Beach to the north end at Upham Beach, updating the status of the resorts, restaurants, and beach bars. And next week, we'll also show Treasure Island and Madeira Beach, and then Anna Maria Island and Sarasota. Feel free in the comments below to ask questions about the status of any of your favorite spots on Florida's west coast. All right, let's get started. Tropicana Field may have seen its last days. Being the Rays were planning on moving into a new ballpark in 2028, it doesn't seem to make sense to spend $55 million to repair this dome, just to tear it down in a couple of years. And Milton may have also blown away the Rays' new ballpark as well. The vote was approved in July to build a new stadium. However, the Pinellas County Commission twice delayed the approval of the funding, and the Rays said that that delay wouldn't allow them to complete construction by 2028, thus costing them more money. So for now, things are at a standstill. The Rays will play this next season at the New York Yankees' spring home, Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. Between St. Petersburg and St. Pete Beach is the beautiful county park of Fort DeSoto. It sustained widespread flooding, toppled trees, destroyed buildings and tables, blocked trails, and roads. and significant beach erosion, but it has started to reopen. The bridges and roads across Tierra Verde are fine, no damages there, and the Fort DeSoto boat ramps on Madeline Key is fine. It is here you can take a ferry to Shell Key, operated by Hubbard's Marina, whom we showed in both our St. Petersburg and Madeira Beach videos. With topwater kayak within the park still being closed, you can rent or take guided tours with Captain Yak or coastal kayak charters right here just before the entrance to Fort DeSoto.
Yeah, I do rentals and tours. My tours are 3 hours. We go through the preserve. It's an eco tour, and we talk about the animals and plants we see out there, a little history. But if people don't want to do a tour, they can rent kayaks from me too. So double and tandems, usually 2 to 4 hour periods or 4 to 6 hour periods.
Fort DeSoto has raised their parking fee from $5 to $6. The campground on St. Christopher Key is open, with 238 RV sites and a camp store. These showers, barbecue grills, picnic tables, right on Mullet Key Bayou. I was surprised how good it looked. They did a good job cleaning up here. It looked pretty normal. Also, the East Beach is open. However, they have the road heading to the North Beach closed off, so that means the Dog Beach, both piers, the Bay Fishing Pier and the Golf Fishing Piers, are closed. And probably the most gorgeous beach, North Beach, and Outback Key, shown here, as well as the shuttle to Egmont Key, still closed. This is Outback Key 2025, and this is it in 2024 before the hurricanes. I don't see any significant change here. But what is open is East Beach. This is the beach that is closest to the Skyway Bridge. There's full facilities here, outdoor showers, picnic tables, a playground. I filmed this on a cloudy day, so not as beautiful as it normally looks here. Also, the trails down to the easternmost tip of Fort DeSoto Park are open. Here you can almost park right on the beach, with a view of the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. Alright, let's head to Pass-a-Grille Beach. We take the Pinellas Bayway over the Pass-a-Grille Channel, Mud Key on the left, and Pass-a-Grille Beach in the distance. The Pinellas Bayway ends at the Don CeSar Resort, which had significant damage during Hurricane Helene. They have dehumidifiers drying out the dampness inside, as well as restoration workers repairing the water damage on the lower floors. It experienced storm surge of 3 feet above ground, causing major damage to its courtyard and pools. They will be reopening on March 1st, which you can book online now. Pass-a-Grille Beach had just finished a beach renourishment project a couple of weeks before Helene hit. And then 4 feet of storm surge pushed much of that sand off the beach, blanketing Gulf Boulevard and into the homes and businesses on the peninsula. And being most of the buildings on Pass-a-Grille are older, there was significant property damage. Like at the Paradise Grill here, a popular counter-serve eatery in the center of the beach. It is being renovated, but will take a few more months before it reopens. The other Paradise Grill on Upham Beach is open. We'll show later in the video. The beach and the pavilion around Paradise Grill is open, and people are back enjoying this popular old Florida-style beach. Note, the beach lounger rentals for now are moved 7 blocks north to near 15th Avenue. Across the street, the Hurricane, a seafood restaurant in a Victorian-style building with a rooftop bar, is open with a great view of the beach. The Keystone Motel next to it open, and the other popular elevated eatery, the Brass Monkey, a sports bar and grill, is also open back up. However, below it, Paradise Suites and Paradise To Go, a French eatery, got hit very hard. They are planning on rebuilding, but will probably take a few months. By the way, there's a GoFundMe page for Pass-a-Grille hurricane recovery. They've raised over $28,000, but have a goal of $35,000. I put a link in the description below. On the bay side of the Island's End Resort is closed. You can see their pier here cut in half. They are working on reopening soon. The Dog Beach is open, one of the few places in Pinellas County where dogs are allowed on the beach. This is a good time to come to Pass-a-Grille because it is not as crowded as it normally would be this time of year, and there's still plenty here to enjoy. This pier here, south of Mary Pier, damaged. But Mary Pier itself is open. However, the little bait shop and market on it still closed. Further up the island, the Pass-a-Grille Marina is open. This is where endless summer water sports is at. We showed in the St. Pete Beach Travel Guide, where you can take these awesome 90-minute speedboat tours. Next to the marina, the Wharf Restaurant is open. And the Red, White, and Booze Waterside Seafood Cafe is also open. Businesses on the bay side didn't get hit as hard as those on the Gulf side. We travel up the coast, now north of the Don CeSar. The Hotel Zamora with a rooftop bar is open. The St. Pete Beach access lot here on the right, one of two public beach parking lots with restrooms and showers, is open. I know many of our subscribers like the Upham Beach Resort. Good news, it is back open. We moved to one of the landmarks of St. Pete Beach, the Blvd Resort, which is closed. A real bummer, because they had the nice level 11 rooftop bistro on top with neon lights. And then above that, the Spinner's indoor restaurant, where in the course of an hour, the restaurant spins, so you get a 360-degree view of the beach. And there's also Bongo's Beach Bar that is on the beach. All are still closed right now. They will be opening back up, but no date on when. There's scaffolding on the front, so it looks like they are doing some major work. Now the Serrata Beach Resort next to the Blvd is open, as well as both of their beach bars. There's Rum Runners on the south side. And Harrah's Beach Bar, with 3 pools and restaurants, all open. Just north of the Serrata are the 2 properties of the Tradewinds. Both were some of the first resorts to open back up. First, the Island Grand Resort, with the big inflatable water slide. The Tradewinds probably has the most amenities of all the St. Pete Beach resorts. The Island Grand here has 5 different pools. There's also the Bowie Bar and Grill and Salty's Tiki Bar, all open. Now, in between the Island Grand and Rumfish is the Coral Reef Beach Resort. That is closed. No word yet on when they will reopen. In the Rumfish Resort that we stayed at while filming the St. Pete Beach video last year. I really liked it. You can use all the amenities of the Island Grand as well when you stay here. They have a real cozy pool area with a cabana bar and comfortable lounging. In the evenings, you can roast s'mores. See our St. Pete Beach travel guide for all the things you can do here. Next to the Rumfish is one of the area's most popular beach bars, Coconut Charlie's, with a large wooden covered open-air deck. This is part of the Hilton Garden Inn, all open, available for booking. Next to Coconut Charlie's is Jimmy B's Beach Bar, part of the Beachcomber Resort. Not open yet, but I know the hotel is opening on March 2nd, so I would assume Jimmy B's will also be opening at that time. These are scenes here from 2024 before the hurricanes. They have a huge deck with live music. Would be good to see them back open soon. Just north of Jimmy B's is the Postcard Inn, and as you can see, absolutely devastated by the 2 hurricanes. This is how it looked in 2024. Was just one of the liveliest beach bars here. And then now, how it looks in January 2025, after Hurricanes Helene and Milton. They are rebuilding, but no word on when it will reopen. But I would guess just looking at it, could be a year or more. And finally, we arrive at Upham Beach. We filmed this just 2 weeks before the hurricane, before we did our New England series. This is where the other Paradise Grill is at. This one is completely open, and everything seems to be back to normal. Beach loungers all available for rental. I'd say the crowds might be a little bit less than normal, but you still want to come early if coming on the weekends because it is a popular beach and the lots fill up quickly, although there is usually available street parking. This is where our favorite vacation rental is at, Calm Ocean, with rooms on the 3rd and 5th floor. We stayed here while filming the Treasure Island Madeira Beach video and really loved it. And it's just an easy half-mile walk to several of the beach bars. A quarter of a mile north on Blvd Pass were 5 good eateries. 3 are open, 1 will open. And 1, the popular Woody's, got whacked really hard during Hurricane Helene, and the word is they will not be rebuilding. This is what it looked like just 2 weeks before the hurricane. Sad, because this was a great spot. You really feel for the business owners as well as the workers. Now across the street is the Toasted Monkey, and they also got hit real bad, but they are rebuilding. They seem to be very upbeat and looking forward to being back here soon. Again, look at some footage just a couple weeks before Helene hit. Now their sister bar and grill across the street, Bowie's, is open, so you can enjoy that in the meantime, and it's right on Blvd Pass. There's also the Oyster Shucker Craft and Draft and the 82 Degrees Bar and Grill that are open. Also, to update you on Gulf Boulevard, the Chick-fil-A is now open. The Starbucks will open on January 9th. Also, a new Malio's Beach House is opening up. The IHOP is still closed. So I'm going to let you see the rest of Gulf Boulevard as I close out this video. So I'd say now is a good time to come back to St. Pete Beach. These businesses, many of them, are family owned, and they live here on St. Pete Beach. So not only have their businesses been hit, but also their homes as well. And when you lose great places like Woody's, you really value these businesses for the services they provide. So come back to St. Pete Beach and support these people who work so hard so that we can have great food, good lodging, and enjoy the beautiful Sun Coast. Feel free to ask me questions in the comments below about places that I didn't mention, or you might be watching this video at a later date, and I can give you a more recent update. But do this in the comments so that others can benefit from the info. Also, see our full travel guides we just did last year of St. Petersburg, St. Pete Beach, Clearwater Beach, and Treasure Island and Madeira Beach. Next week, we will take you to Treasure Island, who also got hit very hard, and Johns Pass, Madeira Beach. We will also do Anna Maria Island and Siesta Key, Hurricane Milton made landfall. Also, we'll do Fernandina Beach and Amelia Island in February. Tampa 2025 in March, featuring Gasparilla and the Savannah Bananas. And later in the spring, want to update you on Fort Myers Beach, Sanibel and Captiva Islands, as well as some other places along the West Coast. And new videos of the Florida Keys and Key West. For Bailey's telling me she wants to ride a moped like Bella did. If you are traveling with a dog, these Cargo Dog backpacks are the best. Click the product link in the video or see the link in the description below. We are Tampa Aerial Media. We film travel videos across the USA. If you would like to hire us to film your city, region, or travel-related business, contact us at info@tampaaerialmedia.com. From the re-emerging Florida's Sun Coast, blessings to you wherever you may be.